Welcome to the Tarantula Collective. My name is Richard, and we need to have a talk. So I'm going out of town for about a week later on in the month. You know, I work in a small business. It's just my friend and I that run this place, and he's going out of the country for like 10 days, and then like right before I leave for a week. So it's a crazy month. So I was going through all the comments that you all have left under these videos for suggestions of species to cover in the future, as well as some of the comments people leave on Instagram and Twitter and have mentioned in the live stream chats, just video ideas that they'd like to see me do. Well, the suggestion that came up more than any others were people saying they wanted to see a tour of my collection. Now, I've kind of been putting this video off for a while for a couple of reasons. One, because I think that it's kind of boring to just show off my tarantulas. Second, because it's really difficult. It's not an easy video to shoot, but that's what people suggested, so that's what I'm gonna do. You know, I got a lot of tarantulas here, so I've been trying to figure out how exactly is the best way to do this. So here's my idea. I'm gonna start right over here with the tarantula at the top shelf on the very end and just kind of work our way around the room. It's gonna be a long video. At least, like when I was doing the math in my head, I was like, this is gonna be like an hour-long video, and then it dawned on me, I'm gonna be busy this week, or this month really, so why don't I just film the entire thing and then break it up? And so that's what it's gonna be. So the Tarantula Tuesday for the month of June is just gonna be a tour of my collection. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to start off the tour today with a Psalmopoeus pulcher, the Panama blonde tarantula. It's right here behind me. I've already opened up the door because she is just kind of chilling back there. Give you a quick look at her enclosure there. Next we've got Charlotte, the Poecilotheria ornata, fringed ornamental tarantula. This is her enclosure, and she's just kind of hanging out here on the side. Up next, I got another. I got the P. erminia. It's my Venezuelan sun tiger tarantula. Got some great photos of it, but right now it is not out. It is hiding. But I'll show you its enclosure. Alright, the next on the list is my P. metallica, Poecilotheria metallica, Goody sapphire tarantula. So that's my Lampropelma violecepes, used to be known as Omethymus violecepes. That's the Singapore blue. Beautiful tarantula, kind of standard old world tea. I definitely would suggest getting one if you don't have one already. They're pretty awesome. Alright, the next tarantula I'm going to introduce you to is my Goliath pink toe. I got it set up in one of these 10-gallon aquariums I converted into an arboreal enclosure. This is Callie, the Avicularia bronchicini. And as you can see, she spends most of her time up here in this corner. Nice little enclosure. This is Guinan, the Caribbean Lete, the Puerto Rican pink toe. It's more of a golden tarantula. I'll drop in some pictures of it here. Alright, And now we've got Raza, the Avicularia. I think I still have her labeled Avicularia metallica because that's what I bought her as. But they've since changed the classification of those, and they're just a morph type of Avicularia. She's been in a few other YouTube videos so far, so you might be familiar with her. My mom held her, and she was also a star of the Avicularia care and husbandry video. But we'll just show it to you one more time. There's my old school Fear None Tarantulas business card for one of my first orders I ever placed with them. And this is her setup. Next up, we got another Lampropelma species. This is the Lampropelma species Borneo Black. Now, I very rarely ever see this tarantula. Occasionally, I'll come down 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It's a lot like the Singapore Blue. It'll burrow down into the substrate, so you gotta make sure you give it plenty of substrate, and then at night, it'll climb all over the enclosure hunting. So you need to have enough substrate for it to burrow down to the ground, but you also need to have enough vertical height and sticks and stuff for it to climb around. Looks like we got a molt. Oh, let's sex that and see what we got. All right, this next tarantula is another one you have seen before. This is my Aphonopelma chalcodes, the Arizona blonde tarantula. Moving on, we've got Jadzia, my P. Moranus, orange baboon tarantula. Here we have Maya, the Chromatopelma cyanopubescens. This is a green bottle blue tarantula. She has webbed up her enclosure very nicely. And I think she is pre-molt, that's why she is nowhere to be found at the moment. And here we have Baylor, the P. Cambridgei, Trinidad Chevron T. Here are all of our juvenile arboreal teas with a couple semi-arboreal and maybe 1 or 2 fossorials kind of mixed in just because they've got the same type of enclosure. All right, now we're down to the 3rd shelf. We've got the Aphonopelma simani. This is a Costa Rican stripe knee. Now this tarantula, at least mine, spends a lot of its time underground. Now my next tarantula, it doesn't have a label on it, but there's no mistake in this tea. This is my Grammostola pulchra. This is Lenore. You've seen her before as well. Here we've got some juvenile terrestrials and a few fossorials. Here's another star of one of our Tarantula Tuesday videos. This is Uriah, the Acanthoscuria geniculata, the Brazilian white knee tarantula. This is my Lasiodora peribana, the salmon pink bird eater. Now these last few enclosures I'll be showing you, they're not tarantulas at all. These are my geckos and scorpions. They're down here on the bottom shelf. And my geckos enclosures looks like they need a little maintenance, but I just fed them earlier today, so it's a little messy in there. And the last enclosure on this wall is another leopard gecko. This one's named Obi-Wan. The other one's kind of green. My kid named it Yoda. So we got Yoda and Obi-Wan. This one's also kind of hanging out. They're tired. It's late at night. They don't want to be on camera. Can't blame them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. That means a lot to me. And if you want to support this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you get alerts anytime I upload new content. Now, we'll be back next Tuesday for part 2 of the Tarantula Room Tour, so be sure you stay tuned for that. And this is some exciting news, maybe you don't know, but you can check out our website now, thetarantulacollective.com. I'll leave a link below down in the description. We've got all the links to our Facebook group, Patreon, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff in one centralized location. And soon we'll be adding a merch store as well as a blog and some other cool stuff coming I'm not going to tell you about yet. And while you're checking out the website, be sure to hit the little Facebook button. It will take you straight to the Tarantula Collective Facebook group, where if you join and become a member, you get 10% off all of your purchases from Fear Not Tarantulas. And that's one heck of a deal. Well, thank you all for watching and joining me on this tour of my tarantula collection. There's still a lot to go, so be sure to stick around. Check out the next episodes. I'll be uploading new videos every Tuesday, and hopefully when I'm gone, I'll also be uploading some extra videos throughout the week. Planning on going out into the desert while we're in Southern California and see if we can find some tarantulas in the wild. But watching this video, if you picked up on any of the references of the names that I gave some of these tarantulas, leave that down below in the comment. Let me know you caught it. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys. I will see you next Tuesday.